What is up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back. I'm back with a Love and Marriage Huntsville Extra, honey. We got Miss Latisha Scott, honey. Okay, she is out here in the social media streets blaming colorism for fans not liking her. Okay, I bet everything, honey, is somebody else's fault. What did I tell y'all with Miss Latisha Scott, honey? Okay, Miss Codependent. She ain't got her own brain. Okay, now colorism is the problem. That's why people don't like you. They are attacking you. Okay, I'm going to read her little social media post, honey. Okay, because it's only right. So let's get to it. So Latisha Scott posted to her Instagram. And basically, a little like what somebody else said, but you know, since this child is on the first floor and she's always reaching and stealing other people's ideas, honey, why would this time be any different? Okay, so let me read it, honey, in my own Latisha Scott, honey, kind of way. Colorism impacts dark-skinned black women. Sorry, while light-skinned black people can face intra-community prejudice or harassment that can be devastating and traumatic on an individual level, colorism is systemic oppression that privileges lighter-skinned people over darker skinned people, and reverse colorism just isn't a thing, as dark skinned people do not wield institutional power to oppress light skinned people. Now, let me go over and break that down really quickly. So it says, colorism is systemic oppression that privileges lighter skinned people. Okay, so we kind of see some of that going on over there on Real Housewives of Potomac, right? I want to say this, though. And it says reverse colorism just isn't a thing, as dark-skinned people do not wield institutional power. Okay, let me say this. The same way there could be colorism in terms of dark-skinned people, dark-skinned men, dark-skinned women, there is also, in my opinion, there could be reverse colorism when you are lighter skinned. I know I have been through it. There have been, I would say in my past, dark-skinned women that were very nasty to me. They didn't know me from a can of paint. When people meet you, they go off of how you look. And a lot of times, if you are light-skinned, and then on top of that, you are pretty, there are some dark-skinned women that may feel threatened by that, and they may disrespect you. I had a woman acting really nasty in my past, but this was kind of like over a man, and she felt like, yeah, you know, you light skinned and you in the way, and you go, you know, you could just tell, you know, what this lady's energy was, honey. And Miss Robinson is not here for that foolishness, because I am a confident woman. I don't care what color I am. You know, like, I love myself. I don't need to tear anybody down to lift myself up. And I don't need to compete with other people. And I feel like when people have that energy, it's something up with you. It's not necessarily somebody. It's not necessarily, I should say, you are experiencing colorism, if you will. Do you follow me? Do you see where I'm going with this? So in this case of what I'm talking about with this woman, I could just feel her energy. it was definitely like, oh, this is a competition now, and she light skinned and she looks a certain way. And I remember we had a mutual dark skinned friend. Now, mind you, you guys, she didn't treat this girl, this woman, I should say, because, you know, the young lady was grown just like us. She didn't treat her bad. But with me, she would make shady comments. She would tell our mutual friend, you know, some shady stuff. Make sure you don't tell Brandy about this. Don't tell Brandy about that. Like being nasty, being negative, right? So that woman was insecure. And there are women like that in the world, where they kind of want you to dim your light to make them feel comfortable, because they, you know, feel so insecure and don't feel good about themselves. And so I said all of that to say this, okay? I know some of y'all rolling your eyes, you sucking your teeth, but listen, the truth is the truth, and the truth needs no proof. How you doing? I just feel like Latisha fits into this woman that I'm like telling y'all about. I feel like Latisha Scott is a beautiful woman, but when I see her on Love and Marriage Huntsville, I see that she's a dark-skinned woman, but I feel like the energy I get from her is I'm a dark-skinned woman, but I'm insecure within myself, and color doesn't have anything to do with it. Women like Latisha will make it look like, oh, they are experiencing colorism, when, girl, you are rejecting yourself. And guess what? The people that don't like you on Love and Marriage Huntsville, they are judging you on your behavior, but you always get so touchy and oversensitive about that. You throw rocks and you hide your hands. You try to get your mammy to fight your battles. Okay, you let that man that you're married to dog and disrespect you and dishonor you, right? Where's the colorism with that? You're not mentioning it when it comes to that. But you want to mention what? People don't like you because you on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and it's the color of your skin, and that's why people going in on you and your character. No, you are insecure, Latisha. And I can tell through how you behave on the show, you have a low self-esteem. I don't care how many degrees you got. Okay? That's why you have such a problem with male. And I know a lot of people will say, well, male light skin. To me, male ain't light skin, but I understand what y'all are saying. She's lighter than Tisha. So, you know, some people would say, you know, male is a version of, you know, a light skinned person. Got it. But that's not the issue with Mel and Tisha and, you know, people like Mel because she light skinned. No, Melody has a certain energy about herself. We got to agree with that, you guys. Melody seems very confident. She seems very self-assured. Tisha don't like that. Okay, she over there waiting to take orders from her husband. Okay, she don't like a boss chick like Mel that's no nonsense, that go out here without a man and make stuff happen. She didn't drop Martell and she at the top of her game. And I feel like Latisha don't understand that. It's kind of similar, and I know some of y'all will disagree, but it's kind of similar to Married to Medicine. How Quad got that divorce from Dr. G, but you got Simone and Toya talking about how she was able to afford that house without Dr. G. You know, like, who bosses up like that after a divorce? Who can afford a home like that? Like, no, everybody ain't scared. Okay, some people, you know, they say what they mean and they mean what they say and they have a plan. And Miss Quad said, honey, she has a great FICO score. Get into it. Okay? And Toya and Simone in my opinion, because I know a lot of y'all will disagree, they are threatened by Quad. Okay? And some people are like that, you guys. There are people in this world that will not like you because you are confident. Okay? You make the best decisions for your life and your lifestyle. They don't like that. They feel threatened by that. We live in a society today where people will befriend you in a minute if they feel like you are beneath them. Okay? Look at how she did cousin Kiki. She didn't really give Kiki no time on the show to really tell her story. Mel did that. Tisha needs people to be beneath her. Now she likes Destiny. All of a sudden, Mel dumped Destiny. She ghosted her. She don't want nothing to do with her. Now all of a sudden, Tisha wants something to do with Destiny. Because even Destiny said Tisha was reluctant to get kind of cool with her. Because she was like, nah, that's Mel friend. Y'all know Tisha is obsessed with Mel. She is. She was at that reunion. You got a dark soul and a black heart. No, you feel threatened by that woman. And you also don't like that your husband has a crush on her. And she happens to be lighter than you. That bothers you. You are the one with the problem. So you need to go and fix it. So yes, you guys, there is colorism out in the world. Y'all know Miss Robinson ain't afraid to talk about it. Okay? I told you, I've seen it for myself. But this stuff with Latisha Scott is not colorism. She has a hatred of herself. She don't love herself. And it comes out in her behavior, her decision making, her needing to control situations, her needing to run to Kimmy and her mother and Marceau and play this martyr and play this victim. It comes out that way, guys. This ain't about no colorism. People just don't like you. They are not buying what you are trying to sell. You haven't even bought it or bought into your own bullshiggity. So we definitely, as fans of the show, we not gonna buy into it. You don't love yourself. And I told that little story to you guys because this woman that I mentioned, she reminds me a lot of Tisha. That's why I have so much insight on Tisha, guys. And women like her, you would have to have been around it. When I talk about the first floor, honey, Miss Robinson used to be on that first floor. Then dealt with the men, been around women, okay, that play into the first floor antics. It's real, okay? And just to go over it, okay, because some of y'all not clear about who's on the first floor, who's not, that whole thing. People on the first floor like to have dumb arguments about things that don't mean anything. Okay, things that you don't even care about, that's not important. Okay, things that are not a priority, they want to talk about that. They want to argue. If you with a man, he wants you arguing with his ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, baby mama. He needs chaos and drama to get through the day. These people are ghetto, ratchet, triangulating. The women do it too. Okay? Trying to have her baby daddy get into a fight with her new boyfriend. That type of drama that Miss Robinson, honey, don't have time for. But the women on the first floor, honey, they get down to. And it's a whole bunch of ignorance, chaos, drama, and confusion on the first floor. On the first floor. Okay? And I told y'all, God is not the author of confusion. The devil is. The people on the first floor is. Okay? So yeah, honey, Miss Robinson about fell out when she heard that Latisha Scott was out here claiming she done been through colorism, and that's why folks don't like her. Girl, bye. Stop playing with us. Another thing I see, you guys, is with this whole Melody and Martell situation. So let's say Mel is light skinned, since that's how some of you all see her, right? Latisha probably secretly got some type of sick satisfaction out of Mel being dogged by Martell, because it's like, ding, 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 ding. Your light skin privilege, honey, it's not going to help you with this man. This man still cheated on you. Okay? Cheated on you with a dark-skinned girl. Like, when I tell you, I really feel like Latisha Scott loved all of that. That's why she kept throwing in Melody's face. Well, Martell cheated on you and you took him back and had a baby with him. And we all knew Martell was cheating on you. That's why she kept saying it to her, you guys. She had internalized that whole concept. That's why she couldn't wait to say it to Mel. Oh, you think you so smart. Look at how this man is dogging you. You so confident. You like to act like your stuff is together. Y'all remember when Melody was like, well, when have you known me and I ain't had it together? And Tisha wanted to say, yeah, when that man was cheating on you, because Tisha suffers from internalized misogyny. Her whole outlook on life is contingent upon how Marceau believes in things. Like, everything is about worshiping Marceau. That's why they have a slave and master relationship where she got to ask for permission to better herself in life. That's why she can't handle a chick like Melody that don't ask for permission. Okay, when you really a queen, you don't ask nobody for permission. You grown. I don't care what the marriage vows say. A queen gets it done on her own. She'll accept help if people want to help her, but nevertheless, she gets things done. What have you heard Melody say on Love and Marriage Huntsville? Oh, we'll figure that out. Martell trying to, use the kids against her. And, act like he don't want to babysit his own kids. Oh, I'll figure out who can watch them. A queen figures things out while a peasant stays stagnant. Get into it. Okay? You got Martell's side chick out here making boss moves off of Mel. She really should be teaching other classes, like self-confidence classes, self-esteem classes. Okay? I'm just saying. So let me read what else Miss Latisha Scott puts up on her Instagram. She says, and actually it's not even her words. It's somebody else's words. That's how much of a copycat she is. That's another thing about these haters. Okay? These haters on the first floor, they copy everything you do. They'll talk about you like a dog to people. I know, because I've had my own Latisha Scott honey in my life. Will run around the people I used to be cool with, talk about me like a dog. But when they were in my presence, guess what they was doing? Copying all my moves. I thought I was such a horrible person. But let's get into what she's saying. When a brown or dark-skinned woman addresses her personal experiences with colorism, it's always discredited and disregarded. Or y'all chalk it up to us being jealous of a light-skinned woman. Sometimes that's really the case, though. Okay, I know some people don't want to hear that, but it's true. Okay, I done been in the company of several dark-skinned women. This is in the past. Do I believe that all dark-skinned women are like this? No, but some of y'all are like this where y'all be jealous. You do. You be threatened. I was at a friend's house, and we eating and talking about men and relationships and all this stuff. And I'm not thinking about nobody's color, but the lady get to talking to me about my complexion. Brandy, you light skinned. Like, how is that? She's a dark skinned woman. Like, do y'all really think y'all better than us? And like, lady, what is wrong with you? Get your self-esteem together. Okay, Miss Robinson is just out with the girls tonight, but I didn't really like the question. I didn't mind addressing it, but when I'm out having fun, I'm out having fun, right? But yeah, so I know some of y'all, you know, you're affected by colorism because sometimes you are jealous or you do feel like that light-skinned woman get all the men, and it's the truth, guys. Some of you all are affected or feel like that light-skinned woman go take your man, and you know, no, everybody is not like that. Okay, it starts with you. Know that you are enough. Well, Chris Brown, he don't like dark skin. Stop going where you are not honored. Stop wanting people that don't want you. It's that simple. If somebody don't like dark-skinned women, that ain't the man for you. It's that simple. But don't blame light-skinned women for your insecurities about your skin color. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that. Don't think that somebody light-skinned need to bow down and be so humble and not, you know, like, not be themselves because they are afraid that you are going to personalize and get in your feelings about, you know, who they are and who you think they are based on how they look. Don't do it. Love yourself. Accept yourself. It starts with self. But yeah, Latisha Scott put up 2 Instagram posts on colorism. Once again, trying to play the victim. So the rest of the post says, I celebrate every woman's accomplishments because I know what's for me is for me. That's another lie. If you felt that good about yourself, and if you really know yourself, why are you making posts like this? Okay? And to me, you guys, this was like very subliminal. And this isn't my first time hearing her talk like this. It seemed like this happened a while ago. I just never talked about it, but I want to see what the fans of the show have to say about this. What y'all think about this? Do you feel like Latisha Scott has experienced colorism on Love and Marriage Huntsville, or do you just feel like she's just jealous of male? And it's not really about skin color. It's just about male's capabilities and male's confidence and her no nonsense. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you something. It really takes a lot to be able to stand strong on your own. Any woman can be with any man, right? We know that Tisha don't have much of a identity outside of Marceau, and Marceau knows that too. Okay? But I want to see what the people got to say. Okay, so one person says, I beg to differ. I actually liked her off the bat until she made that nasty comment to Mel at that coffee shop. I'm here for the clapbacks, but woman to woman, there are some things we should never say to each other. As viewers, we saw the sheer joy she got when talking about Mel's marriage. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So no, Tisha, you ain't deflecting to no colorism issue because it's popular on other shows now. Thank you. Yeah. And it just kind of seemed like, yeah, it's on Potomac. So we'll make it be a part of, every show. And I think she actually played a clip of OG. Y'all know OG from Basketball Wives, who actually really experienced colorism on Basketball Wives. She was treated way worse than what Latisha Scott gets treated on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm just saying. So I don't even know why she played that little clip with OG being on Carlos King's show on his podcast. Girl, bye. You ain't no OG. Okay, OG really went through some bullshiggity on that show. They treated her in a very inhumane way. It was very disgusting. They tried to really assassinate her character and dehumanize her. It was horrible. And for Evelyn, you guys, to keep trying to come at OG legally, after you dogged and disrespected that lady and you tried to isolate her from the group. It's so nasty, guys. Okay, so let's get back to the comments, guys. Another person says, Love and Marriage Huntsville has several issues with the show, but colorism isn't one of them. Another person says it's not colorism, it's her attitude. Yeah. And I want to say this. I have a dark-skinned friend. I met her in customer service. She's actually been on my show. And when I tell you that woman is confident, honey, very confident. Very. When I first met my friend, honey, at the job, when I just seen her, you guys, so confident, standing up, with big hair, girlfriend had it going on, honey. Okay, you could tell she just had a spirit about her. And when you are, true to who you are and you feel good about who you are, you're not going to feel threatened by whoever walk in the room. Okay, you're not. And yeah, guys, I get it. We all have, insecurities and, we have things that we may want to get fixed. And, everybody got that. Trust me. It don't matter how light-skinned somebody is, how good they look. Everybody has something they are insecure about. But don't go projecting that off, guys, onto other people like Miss Latisha Scott is doing. And she's doing this so she can get out of taking responsibility and accountability for her actions. That's not right. Another person says she got to be stopped. It is definitely colorism on Real Housewives of Potomac. I know that's where she got that from. It's not the color of her skin, it's the way that she is. Yep. Another person says colorism exists with some people's situations, but Tisha is not liked because she tries to act as if she has it all together. Yeah, because she's in proximity to her husband. I'm still married, so I must know more about marriage and relationships. But let me tell you this about marriage and relationships. Anybody can be in a relationship or marriage and get emotionally abused. Okay, which is what she is allegedly going through in her situation, honey, from what I see. Okay. Any woman can be with a man and put up with his bullshiggity, his toxicity, his abuse. I believe there is a continuum of men that is abusive and don't even know it. Don't even know it. They simply operate from the standpoint of, I'm a man. And since I'm the man in the relationship or marriage, I'm supposed to tell you what to do. I'm supposed to tell you, who you are able to hang out with. I remember a long time ago, I worked with this married guy. When I tell you guys, he was so bossy, and I used to look around like, who is you talking to? Oh, I'm talking to you. No, you ain't. You don't know me. And you don't want to get to know me. You better save that for that woman that walked down that struggle aisle with you. I didn't walk with you anywhere, so you don't need to be telling me nothing. Well, you got an attitude on you. Call it what you want, fool. Okay? Miss Robinson messing, look, with her microphone, honey. That got me in a tizzy. Okay, let me calm down. But I don't like that. Like, I don't like men that are like archaic and think they gonna be telling me what to do. Most of the men I've been with, they know that I ain't gonna listen no way. That's what a lot of my old men used to say, honey. Yeah, you don't listen no way, so I learned to shut my mouth. I said, I know that's right, okay? Yeah, you in charge, because that's right, honey. Miss Robinson is in charge. Okay, show you right. But let's keep reading these comments, honey. I'm getting distracted, okay? Okay, so another person says, colorism is hardly the issue here on this show. Everyone wanted Tisha to win, ready to kill her husband when the show started. She turned the viewers' minds with her actions, words, and behavior on screen. And a lot of that, you guys, had to do with how she treated Melody. And I want to say this. And let's take color out of it, right, guys? Because at the end of the day, we all human beings, okay? We all human beings, no matter what color you are, how you look, how much money you got, who your mama is, who your daddy is, what they are, what they ain't. It don't matter, right? There are people in this life that will try you, okay? Try to disrespect you, one-up you. Okay? And it's a lot of that on Love and Marriage Huntsville, especially with the dynamic of Mel and Latisha. And a lot of people like to see Tisha as this perpetual victim. And I notice it so much because I told y'all I know somebody that's a lot like Tisha. And I notice how people see this person. People see this person as helpless, sensitive. I had some man that this woman knew from my past that acted like Tisha. He kept telling me, well, she just so sensitive, it just really hurt her feelings. What about what she did to other people? That's another thing with people like Tisha. Other people don't hold them accountable. They just put it off on the stronger person that's dealing with them. But that's why a lot of people get on Mel, because they like, oh, well, logically, she's the more confident one. Logically, she's the stronger one of the two. And we will judge her more harshly than we do Tisha. So Melody has to be the problem. Like, there are people, you guys, that judge people unfairly. They don't even see the person as a human being. It's just, you're confident, so you are the target. You are the threat. Okay? I told y'all, the threat of any situation is always the target. Okay? You could be different. You could be confident, no nonsense. You don't take no bullshiggity. You strong-willed. My mother told me that a long time ago. You strong-willed. I can't tell you nothing because your mind is already made up. And my mother said it in a way not to offend me, not to put me in my place, but as my daughter, I recognize that strength within you, that force. You are a force to be reckoned with. So some people may see that in you, you guys, and, give it love and they may give it grace. But watch out for these snakes in the grass like Latisha. Latifa is what y'all call her, honey, okay? Watch out for these people that feel threatened by it, that feel like, oh, she thinks she better than everybody. That's something I am so used to hearing about myself. She thinks she better. Okay? She thinks she all that. Ain't even open up my mouth to say 2 words. That's what I always would get, especially in my family. That's why I don't deal with a lot of the women in my family. And why do you think they say that about me? I mind my business. I don't go spreading lies on people. I don't go starting stuff in the family. But why do you think they would come so hard at me? Light skin. Okay? She light skin and she pretty and she think, like, a lot of people are like that. As soon as they see you, that's all they have to say about you. Yeah, she one of them people. She thinks she all that. That's why some women get with certain men and like a Melody and Martell. Okay, look at there. The example is right there, honey. Okay. That's why he felt like he had to bring Mel down a few notches. He felt threatened. So let me chip away at her. Let me break her down. Let me triangulate her with coleslaw and make her question and doubt herself. And yes, she's married to me, but I'll have her competing with my side chick. Because what did he say to Mel? You're not giving me head? Okay? You're not doing that enough. I found somebody that could do it. And then I heard him say on the show to Mel, oh, well, you started doing it once I went to my side chick. Then you started doing it once I stepped out. That's abuse. Disrespect. I don't know how Melody is a better woman than me, because as soon as that man would have walked up in our house, he would have saw Miss Robinson's drawers down, messing with another man, honey. We go just say it like that, okay? He would have had to see me in action. Ain't no missing in action. He would have seen me in action. It would have been all types of men up at the house serving lemonade, cutting the grass. I'm rubbing all on them. Okay, I get into character, honey. Because I know the game some of them like to play. And I think, I don't want to say all men are like that, okay? Because there are men, and I've dated them, you guys, the guys with the 6-packs and, muscles and all of that. They some of the most insecure men. I'll say that. So don't ever think because somebody got 6-pack abs and cuts and rips and stuff all on their body, don't think that they so confident and put together either. Those can be some men with low self-esteem. They'll get with you and just try to tear you down or have you in competition with another woman over them. Because remember, they need the drama, the chaos, the confusion. They need all of that to operate. And if none of that is going on, a lot of toxic men, they get bored. Or toxic people, period, they get bored. You'll hear them say, yeah, I'm bored with you. Yeah, I already got you figured out. Because ain't enough drama going on, for them. Okay? So I know how these people on the first floor is, honey. I know. Let me get back to the comment section, honey. Miss Robinson just be, I be on one, honey, when I get on here. Okay, so another person says, honey, Tisha has a problem with her self-esteem. It appears she's bleaching her skin or she's wearing foundation way too light for her complexion. Yeah, some of them will do that too. Another person says, Tisha is a beautiful dark-skinned woman with so much education that it baffles me how she sits on a show and acts delusional regarding her husband's behavior and how she gives Martell grace for his season 1 comments. But Melody must continue to be pounded on for things Martell said in the first place. That's my issue with Tisha. Yeah, it was Martell that started that stuff about Marceau having all those girlfriends, but guess what? She made sure to blame Melody. And I'm gonna tell y'all this: there are these women that suffer from internalized misogyny, They hate women. So a man can get away with all types of deplorable, despicable behavior. Cheating, lying, emotional abuse, physical abuse. A woman will, like Latisha, will sit up and endure that. Let a woman like Melody, or that look like Melody, let her say one or two things Tisha don't like. Oh, she coming for her. She gonna be aggressive with her, right? Okay? She got all the words and energy, honey, for a woman like that. But her man, honey, no. She over there acting like a slave. My soul, can I get my car washed today, my soul? Can I? You over there asking for permission. So, yeah. Another person says, I don't think it's colorism. I don't like her because since the first episode, she kept taking sneak disses at the Holtz marriage and passive aggressive comments, kicking up a grieving wife while she was down. Yep. She also smiled in Mel's face then and continuously dogged her to Kimmy, then played the needy victim. Come on. Come on. These people ain't blind. My job today, honey, is easy because the people in these comments, honey, they get it. I love it. Another person says colorism. This has to stop being the go-to for bad behaviors. Her and her mother, but the fans like Kiki. Mel isn't like light skin. She's brown skin. Yeah, she's like a light brown skin. Yeah. What about Stormy? They giving her heck and she's not dark skinned. They gave Tiffany heck and she's not dark skinned. Exactly. It's the lack of accountability and everyone is hiding behind colorism. Come on now. First, you have to make sure the person is more favored for the color of their skin. Mel is favored because of what she went through with Martell. Not because of her skin color. To me, she shouldn't be favored for what she went through with Martell. I think the person is saying how she made it through all of that abuse. Okay, and didn't end up in jail, honey. Okay, because I told y'all the women that I know, honey, is a different story, honey. Okay. But yeah. I know light-skinned people working the cash register at a restaurant and dark-skinned people that's management. Is it fair to say one was favored over the next because their credentials may have been different? It's time for some accountability. Exactly. She ain't gonna take no accountability because a lot of these women like Latisha, they see themselves as victims. And there are people, narcissists, okay? There are toxic people that play into their delusions. Her mother, in my opinion, plays into her delusions. And Miss Wanda is actually a very beautiful woman. It's just that vocabulary and, her English is bad, honey. Okay, somebody got to translate, honey. Okay, but yeah. It's crazy. Another person says colorism, but the fans don't like Destiny or Stormy. So what is that called? Tisha's character on the show makes her unlikable. Yeah, she just looks jealous. She just looks miserable. She is mad at Mel because Mel did something that she can't do. She ain't gonna never leave Marceau. She claims she'll leave if he cheats. She ain't gonna do nothing. She was down to that reunion, backpedaling and flip-flopping. He didn't cheat on me. He did. We worked it out. That was 14 years ago. Kiki was like, no, it wasn't. It wasn't that long. Wasn't that long. I said, yes, Kiki. I love you. Yes, girl. Another person says, really, Tisha, this is getting out of hand with the cast. Please get back to talking about business. Melody is the only one minding her business that pays. Exactly. But y'all, girl, Latisha, honey, she is a victim, honey, okay? Another person says, my thoughts on the case is that Tisha wrote a character letter against Mel. Oh, that's another thing, you guys. That's another thing. They saying, honey, out in these social media streets that Tisha didn't show up to court to support Martell. Now, why is she a part of his court case against Mel? Like, somebody fill me in on that. Okay. So this person goes on to say, as it was told months ago that Tisha and Destiny were witnesses for Martell, but then Destiny became the focus because she was behaving weird. I believe Tisha wrote a letter and then Mel's attorney had her subpoena to drill her about her statement she submitted into court. This is why she is taking subliminal shots at Mel with the hashtags, hashtag God said it, hashtag no weapons, which are things, you know, that Melody says, and trying to antagonize Mel with coleslaw. Yeah, that may be her next go-to, trying to get that girl on that show. So the person goes on to say, trying to antagonize Mel with coleslaw outfits of choice, including the Cruella de Vil costume and some of Mel's past wearables, then is deflecting her nonsense with claiming colorism. Yep. I can't stand when someone uses a real issue in our community to justify bad behavior. I mean, Mel hasn't said one thing towards Latisha to garner constant shade. Latisha is the worst kind of person. She is jealous, she is hateful, and straight up mean. Yeah, that's how these type of women are, guys. These women that suffer from internalized misogyny. They are mean, they are bitter, they worship men. You know, they like men, right? Anything that has a penis, they like them. But yeah, other women that they jealous of, oh yeah, they go really try to attack them. So another person says, I really wanted to like Latisha so bad, but her actions are so suspect, has nothing to do with color. People gravitate to who they connect with more, who presents themselves well, appears genuine and entertaining. I'm not saying there might not be some ignorant people out there, but based on most comments, nah, it's your actions, boo. Exactly. And that's why some of these men like women like Latisha, because it's like, oh, I don't have to break her down and put her in lowest terms. You know, she's already in lowest terms. Like these men, like Marceau, he knew what he was doing when he got with Tisha. Ooh, she looked dumb. She looked slow. Let's put a baby up in her. And we'll have her stuck for years, you know, being the mother of my kids. And marriage and having babies is supposed to be an enjoyable experience, but it wasn't for Miss Latisha Scott, because one thing that Latisha forgets is, you guys, Miss Robinson watches those therapy scenes with Dr. Francis, where she said that she didn't want all those kids or even wanted to be married. She wanted to just be in college and focused on her career. But yeah, Marceau saw that, you know, you had the low self-esteem. He talked to you for probably about 5 to 10 minutes. It didn't take long. Okay, because it's written all over your face. Okay, you don't have to say a word. Okay, girl. Okay. I just love, though, honey, how the people is coming at Latisha. I just love it. We gonna have to make this into another video, honey. Okay, we go be right back. Okay, we gonna be right back. All right, you guys, that is all I have to say about all of that, honey. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this here video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.